DJI have just released a new firmware and fly update for the Mini 5 Pro, which brings some new nice features. Let's get into it. So I've just got back from America where I was able to capture some cool content, including on the Mini 5 Pro. I can't wait to share all that with you really soon. But once I've got back, I've turned the Mini 5 Pro on. I've noticed there is a new fly and firmware update. So the latest DJI Fly update is DJI Fly 1.21.0 with the firmware 01000600. So once you turn your Mini 5 Pro on, you'll get this pop up on the screen straight away. If not, you want to click on Profile on the main screen and then go to Settings and then check for firmware update. And if that doesn't work, you want to go to the bottom left hand corner on that same screen, click on About and then click Check for Updates, and that will then force the RC2 to update this firmware. So what's new about this update? Well, if we go to that main screen first of all, when your drone is turned off, and click on DJI Simulator. Now if you go into Drone Hangar, you'll see that the Lito series has been added. So you can actually fly in this simulator the new Lito X1 and Lito 1. And especially the Lito X1, I was super impressed with this. The value for money that you're getting in this drone with the LiDAR sensor, obstacle avoidance cameras on here, the 4K camera, it is fantastic for the price point. So if you've not checked out my review on this, make sure to go and have a look at that at the end of this video. But this is really cool, and you can fly both of these drones in that new simulator now. And this simulator, I think still it is a lot of fun. So especially on days where it's really rainy or windy, you can't fly your drone, but you can go into this simulator, click on immersive flight, and then select one of these maps. So Sunny Island is great on here, and then you can fly your drone, and it's the most realistic one-on-one version of flying the drone that you can do in a simulator. So you just place your aircraft, you start the propellers like normal, take the drone off, and then you can switch the view, you can fly around this island. Just look at this shot I was able to get flying on this simulator with the X1, and it was a tracking spotlight shot. And it looks great, and so you can practice all your drone moves within this simulator, so go and check that out. I just wish within this simulator they would add the Avata 2, so then we can actually practice and fly FPV on this controller. That would be fantastic. I know there's some really good simulators out there, mainly on like your computer, but to have a simulator built in to this, that would be fantastic. So that's hopefully something that we should get in the future. Now you'll see on the back of the Mini 5 Pro, it's got these two flashing green LED lights. And this is changed now within the settings as well to bring this into date with current legislation. Now in the UK recently, they added the requirement to have a consistent flashing green light on your drone or a strobe. They did change their mind a few times about this, but the latest update is that you have to have a green light on the drone all the time. So you can see these green lights are on. So what is the issue here? Well, they would stay on, especially when flying at night. These LEDs don't go off. But as soon as you actually hit record, the lights now go off. So it goes into like dark mode. So you are now not in that requirement. Also, it means other aircraft can't see this, other people. So it wasn't great. However, now if you go into them settings, go to safety and then scroll down to the bottom where it says aircraft LEDs, you can now select on, which means that these lights on the back, these LEDs, when you hit record, they stay on all the time. Now the reason why they used to switch off is to prevent light spill when you're flying at night and you're recording a video. You don't want any potential green light going onto that video. Now this is great news if you're flying your drone in the UK and all EU countries. I think Canada is the exact same as well. Now in countries like Australia and the USA, unfortunately they still require you to have a strobe fitted that's visible up to 3 nautical miles away. This is not going to end drone strobe companies. They still require them, and a strobe is going to be a lot more visible than these small LED lights on the back. It just means if you're flying in the UK, EU, Canada or something like that, then you can stay within the laws by not having anything else fitted to this drone. Now one thing unfortunately that hasn't changed in the UK and the EU is the ability to adjust the max altitude of that Mini 5 Pro. So since about the start of the year, you've no longer had the ability to go over 120 meters, 400 feet in the settings. Now I did a video on this because whilst I completely understand and get this is due to safety, the law state is 120 meters from ground level. So you could get your drone and you could fly up the side of a mountain as long as you're staying within 120 meters, 400 feet of that closest Earth's surface. You can then climb legally, but due to this 120 meter software lock, it prevents you from doing this. I really do hope this changes soon. Now just note, this is only on these sub 250 gram drones. Drones like the Air 3S, the Mavic 4, this doesn't exist, that software lock. But I hope that this gives you the ability soon so we can go over 120 meters in just those locations. So once you've updated this firmware, before you go off and fly, just go and check your settings are all correct, just like they were on your previous flight. You don't want to get your drone in the air and think, hang on, my drone's not handling right here. What's going on? Why is this setting changed? So go to these settings and have a look at some of the key ones. So at the top here, you've got your sensors. Make sure these are turned on. You can turn them off if you're flying in tight spaces or low to the ground, but 90% of the time you want these to be switched on. You return to home settings. I would say select this to optimal and have a minimum height of 50 meters selected. And then if you go to the very bottom of that page where it says advanced safety settings, you should set this to return to home. Unless your home point is not going to be accessible. So you could take this drone off and you could be on a speedboat or a jet ski where it's not going to be accessible for this drone to return back to that original home point, in which case I would select that to hover. You want to check your gain and expo settings are correct, and if you've got any custom buttons selected, just make sure those are still the same. And if you go to your camera settings, make sure you've either got normal or D-Log M selected, whichever you normally film in. I have subtitles turned off. I just think they're completely unnecessary now. I don't really need to take up extra space by storing a subtitle file every single time I go and fly. Histogram, I have that turned on so I can make sure my exposure is correct, and I have these 2 grid lines on all of the time. Now under style settings, I have this selected to -1. If it's really bright day, I'll have it selected to -2, but as it's quite overcast now, -1 is fine. By default, it'll be selected to 0, which just makes that footage far too sharp, doesn't look natural whatsoever. So have it set to -1 as a minimum. And don't forget, I've got my own website, dmprovisuals.com, and that is full of drone cheat sheets and video LUTs. And these go through all the different settings to change all the features, how to get the most out of your drones. Now the Mini 5 Pro ones, these are always selling out. I've just literally had a restock, so these are on stock on the website right now, and these can get shipped to you anywhere internationally, and you get this really handy book that you can keep with you all the time. And if you get the combo version, it also comes with the ultimate drone moves that show you all the different drone moves that you can do on your drone. I've got these available for the Mini 5 Pro, the Mini 4 Pro, and the DJI Air 3S. And I also have digital cheat sheets that you can go on there and you can get these instantly emailed over to you, like the new Max version for the Mini 5 Pro, which has so much detail in there. Again, it can keep with you on your phone or your iPad. So just for watching this video, if you want to go and check out any of the Mini 5 Pro cheat sheets, either in the book format or the digital, if you write discount code LED, then you're going to get 15% off for the next 5 days. So good little update there on the Mini 5 Pro. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, just do me a favor, hit that like button. It really does help out, and subscribe because there are so many videos coming really soon. Literally so many products, it's hard to keep up. And if you've not checked out my review on the Lito X1, I'm going to put it up here. So I'll see you on that video. Take care.